Hello and thanks for joining me today. This is Danny and I am standing on my tower above the construction site below of my soon-to-be base in the future. However, we're not going to look at that today because I am saving that for a future episode. I'm in the middle of the build and I've already put quite a few hours in this thing, and let me tell you, it's been a little bit of a struggle. You probably heard me mention before that this thing is a little out of my comfort zone. It's a little different than the kind of stuff that I usually build. It's also quite big. It's a very large fortress and it's taking me quite some time to build it. But I wanted to get an episode out because that's going to take me a long time to prepare the footage for that build. And while I'm in the middle of the build, there are a few things that I want that are going to make the build much easier. And one of those things is an angel ring, which will give me creative flight. But as you can see, we need two things that are somewhat difficult to get, at least at this point in the game, and one of them is a nether star. The other is unstable ingots. The other thing that I would really like is a builder's wand, which also requires an unstable ingot and obsidian. So what the heck are these unstable ingots? Well, the unstable ingot is something that you get from a division sigil that's been activated with a piece of iron and a diamond. And these things explode after 10 seconds, and they kill you. So they're a little tricky to work with. However, what's a little possibly more tricky is activating this division sigil. So we have a division sigil that we got from a dungeon, or from the House of Darkness, one of our House of Darkness chests, but it's not activated. In order to activate it, we have to perform the activation ritual with an enchanting table, some redstone, and a sacrifice. In this case, I just have a cow. And I'll tell you how I got the cow in a second. There's one problem though. This thing has to be done, the ritual has to be done to an open sky. So it needs to be able to see the moon, is what it says, basically. So what I did is I set up some RF tools, dimension building and teleporting and all that fun stuff, in order to create an RF tools dimension to go into that will have a sky, and that we could use to activate this division sigil. However, I ran into one problem after another with this, and it turned out to be a much bigger job than it was worth. The main problem was that you have to perform this ritual at midnight under an open moonlit sky on dirt. So we're gonna have to bring dirt with us. And I made a couple different dimensions, actually quite a few different dimensions, and I was recording all this, and I ended up having to throw away all the footage. So, which is unfortunate because it was just epically entertaining, and it's unfortunate that you're going to miss out on it. But it wasn't. Seriously, it wasn't epically entertaining. In fact, it was quite frustrating and annoying because I just ran into one problem after another. And finally, what happened is I made myself a void dimension. Which was pretty cool because it didn't have like hostile mobs in it and craziness that I was getting in all the other dimensions I was creating, because I only have so many dimlets. Actually I have more now, but I started out with very few dimlets and I wasn't able to create a world that was suitable for this. But what I found is that the RF Tools worlds, the game time is a little bit skewed. So the division sigil didn't really realize when it was midnight, and at one point it told me it was midnight and it was like morning or something, and I couldn't do the ritual because there was light from the sun. So yeah, so that got all messed up. And another thing that I want to do, and this is for kind of a later game thing, but is I really want to get into applied energistics, and I think I may have mentioned this earlier, but in order to get into applied energistics, we have to go into the overworld and find some meteorites. So based on both of these things, I've decided that we're going to go into the overworld. we've you know, we've served our time here in the deep dark, and we survived against all odds in the beginning. But it's time to take a trip to the overworld. We will be coming back to the deep dark, and we will be creating our base. Well, we've already started creating our base. Oh, we've already started creating our base. It's a surprise. I'm not going to show it all to you. But we started creating our base here, and this is where we're going to live. But I'm going to take just one trip into the overworld for these two things. One, to activate our division sigil, and two, to get ourselves some applied energistics presses. And I'm not sure that we're probably not necessarily going to do that today, but today I really want to get this thing activated. And actually, you can see it's glowing right now, so it's telling me that it's midnight in the deep dark. And then we're going to have to kill a wither boss in order to create those two items that I want to create, and then we're going to have to craft them, which is going to be tough as well. So we have three pretty difficult tasks ahead of us today. When we do this ritual, and I've done this ritual a few times before, and you may have seen me do it in some of my other episodes, my other videos, but oh, look at that, I can see the sky now. What we do is we set down the crafting table, and we shift right click on it, and it will tell us, let's see the moon, okay, so and it'll tell us what we all need in order to do the ritual. So it's telling us we need a redstone circle, we need to be able to see the moon, we need a sufficient amount of natural earth, which is dirt basically, and we have to be in darkness, which we're not. That's interesting that it says we're in darkness. And it has to be done at midnight. So it's after midnight. The moon is going down. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the nether with some obsidian, which I forgot to grab. We're going to grab some obsidian and a flint and steel, which I think I have in my bag. Yes. And we're going to create another portal in the nether that'll bring us back to the overworld. But we want to go far enough away from that portal that it's not going to end up two things. One, it's not going to end up taking us back to that portal, and it's also not going to end up interfering with that portal in such a way that that we won't be able to get back here, or get back to our cobblestone box. So let's try... There we go. Oh, I got withered in the process, but that's okay. So we now... Yay, we made another portal. Okay, now let's get ready. It should be morning by now. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. After being trapped in the deep dark for so long, look at this. This is like the most beautiful place we could have ended up. On a beach. Or a dry river, it's actually called. Oh, okay, it's a dry river. I thought it was a beach because that hadn't loaded yet. Cool. Alright, anyway, this should be good. So all we need to do is put down some dirt. Let's do this. Because now what's going to happen when we do this ritual is that this dirt is going to turn into cursed earth, and tons of mobs are going to spawn. Lightning's going to strike, some nasty mobs are going to spawn, and they're going to have a speed boost and a strength boost. We lack sufficient natural earth, so we need more dirt. So it needs a certain amount of dirt around it because it converts the dirt into cursed earth. So let's see if that's enough. Okay, we have sufficient natural earth. Now we need a redstone circle. That's just basically 8 redstone dust surrounding it. It's really a redstone square, but you get the idea. Alright, so now we just have to wait till it gets dark, and it's midnight. But what I want to do, here's a sneak peek at the tools I'm using for building my new base. Is I like to put fences around this area just to give me a little bit of protection. Okay, so I'm going to finish kind of setting this up, and then I will meet you back here when it's midnight. Is the sun going down? Yeah. The time is right. Hey, there we go. Oh, where are all the mobs? Interesting. Well, we haven't activated Sigil. But we didn't get any mobs. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna grab some of this. I've got Silk Touch. Otherwise, you just get dirt when you mine this stuff. Usually, there's tons of mobs spawning. Oh, there's one. If we look at him, we can see he's got speed and a strength boost. There we go. Now we can dig. Jeez, what's with the creepers? You know what? Compared to the deep dark mobs, these are actually not too bad. But the spawning rate is really high on this stuff, so I'd like to dig it up quickly. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was easy, man. That was like the easiest easiest time I've ever had with this ritual. Oh, it's raining. Definitely need all the XP we can get. Might as well take it. Now we've got to kill a wither boss in order to make our angel ring. Yay. Crap. Can't see. I've killed quite a few withers already. I got 5 coal, 2 necrotic bones, 4 sulfur. I think those were from the withers. Not a single skull. Even in my grinder at home, I got a grinder, a wither skeleton grinder, and I've got all kinds of coal and necrotic bones. Even I think I got one. Oh my god, am I dying here? Holy crap! I need to get out of here. Find a relatively safe spot to rest and eat. I now have fully empowered dark armor. But I still don't have any wither skulls. Not a single one. I don't know what the frick. I killed so many withers in the nether. I got a bunch of coal, I got a bunch of necrotic bones, which is great. In fact, I think I'm going to make heart canisters for those right away. But... oh! There we go! Finally got one. Awesome. Still have some essence. Alright. We need 2 more. Okay. So this spawning thing is happening pretty slow. And these things are sucking my power. I've got these 2 powered spawners, which do not require essence. In order to cause enough mobs to spawn, to allow our grinder to produce essence for our auto spawner, which is producing our wither skeletons. But it's sucking our power like crazy, which is slowing everything down, including this process. So what I'm going to do is something a little bit dangerous. But while I'm in here, I'm going to keep a torch right there. I'm going to put down this cursed earth that we had just produced recently. This will cause mobs to spawn without having to have a grinder. And I'm pretty sure that the magnum torch doesn't matter for this stuff. But that torch will. So here's what I'm doing. Get rid of that torch. It has a pretty high spawn rate, so we should see stuff spawning in there pretty quickly. Okay, I got rid of the torch that was over here, and I just heard something die up there. That's a good sign. Oh, there we go. So now there's mobs spawning up there, and I don't have a spawner. So it's free mobs, yay! Which means free essence. Yep, there's essence coming in. It's probably being sucked up by this auto spawner over here. Now the only spawner we have to run is the actual wither spawner, which is full of essence. So this one's the wither spawner. I'm waiting for one last wither skull, and it's taking forever. I created a little spawning area up here, far and away from my stuff so that nothing gets broken. I thought about going all the way up to the bedrock layer on the top and doing that little cheat thing where you spawn him right by the bedrock and he gets stuck, but we'll just do it right here. We've got decent enough weapons and armor now that we should be able to handle it. The only thing I'm concerned about is mobs in the deep dark have twice as much strength and hearts. I really hope that that doesn't happen to the wither, because that would suck. Still haven't got any. We're running low on essence already. Crap. While we're waiting for that, let's do our builder's wand. So the builder's wand just requires a piece of obsidian and one unstable ingot. So it's a relatively easy recipe because we only need one unstable ingot, so we should have plenty of time. You have 10 seconds with the unstable ingots before they blow up. So let's see, where's our, we need our division sigil. We need a diamond. Actually, I'm going to take 3 right away so that we have 2 ready for our angel wings. Our angel ring. And we need iron. And we have to do it in a vanilla crafting table. So here's what we do. Oh, no. We divide by diamond. So we've got iron divided by diamond, which gives us an unstable ingot. What's going to happen when we do this is the division sigil is going to sit in there. It's not going to go away. These 2 will disappear, of course. We have to pull this out. We've got to get rid of the division sigil, and then we have to throw our obsidian right there within 10 seconds, which shouldn't be too hard. So we boom, boom, boom. You can see it's turning red. There we go. So we now have a builder's wand. Now the angel ring is going to be a little harder because we've got 2 of them. 2 unstable ingots that we have to place, and we've got to place all this other stuff too. You know what? I thought it used to be 4. But we've got, oh no, it's only 2. And it depends on what kind of wings we want. So we can do invisible, we can do feathery, we can do fairy, we can do dragon, and we can do golden. Now I've done dragon, I've done feathery, I think Tristan did golden. I've never done fairy wings. I'm not going to do fairy wings because I'm a man. We have to kill the wither boss first, so we can of course get the nether star. And we need one more stupid wither skull. If we have cobblestone in our inventory and we point the builder's wand at the cobblestone, it'll place up to 9 blocks for us. So you can see it's showing us where it would place the blocks. So if we go like this, we can do that. We could easily build, you know, fill in a whole space or whatever, which I don't really want to do here, but so that'll be really nice for building. The only thing is I'm using microblocks for much of my build down there, and this doesn't work with microblocks, unfortunately. Alright, we finally got ourselves our last wither skull. There we go. Eat the golden apple. Alright, there we go. Oh my god, he is twice as strong. Oh my god. This is not good. Oh my god. That was crazy. He was. Did you see that? He had 300. All that for one nether star. I should have gotten 2. I think I'm going to go with the dragon wings because that was my favorite. So 4 gold, nether star, 2 leather. We've got to remember this crafting recipe because we're going to have to do it very quickly. Alright, are you ready? We got to do this fast. I took my knapsack off just in case I die. I had a weird bug the other day where I died with my knapsack on, and I only like half of my inventory ended up in the grave, so let's just take that off and make sure we don't have any problems with that. Where's my... Okay, so now when we do this, these do not stack, so one of them's going to end up in 2 different places. So we have to throw the nether star in the middle, the 4 gold, the 2 unstable ingots, and then the 2 leather on the top. So let's make sure we have all that stuff where it's easy. You know, in fact, let's put it close. You know, I never thought of doing that. That's actually a pretty good idea. Okay. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Get that out of there. Put these here. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh. Whew. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. And there I am with my dragon wings, which is actually pretty appropriate for the deep dark, I suppose. Whoa. Oh my god. I'm really... my heart's beating. Alright, so now I can fly. I can fly without being ablaze. So that means my building is going to be much easier now. That is going to make this so much easier. What the heck? So I'm going to go down there and finish my build. There's a little sneak peek for you. It's actually quite a mess right now. So it's not very impressive to look at, but I'm pretty sure it will be by the time I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna go, actually, I'm not gonna fly around right now, but I hope you enjoyed this. I am going to sign off now, and I'm going to get back to my build. And actually, why don't we start where we left off here? There's, oh, that's my front entrance you just got a peek of. So I hope you enjoyed this. And I should see you very soon when I get this build done. I will have another video out so that you can see how this all worked out for me. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click the like button and share it with your friends and all that crazy stuff. And I hope you will join me next time. And if you're not subscribed already, please do, so that you find out when I finish my build. And of course all the other stuff I have going on too. So for watching. Bye-bye.